Hi everybody, it's Miss Lori and welcome to Tween. Today we are going to talk about ancient Greece, and I'm going to show you how to do one ancient Greece inspired piece of art, and then one toy that is also ancient Greek inspired, and I think you're going to really like the toy. It's super easy and you can make a lot of them and they're really fun. So first, I'm going to show you how to do your own scratch off paint ancient Greek vase. That's a lot of words, but look how pretty, okay? And I'm going to show you how to do this. So what you first need is a piece of paper that you're going to either draw or print out a picture of an ancient Greek looking vase. And ancient Greece used a lot of like vessels, they're called, for a lot of different purposes. But archaeologists and excavators have found a ton of ancient Greek vases. And I'm just going to show you real quick some examples of real ones that were found. So this is from the Eyewitness Ancient Greece book. And if you look here, you can see, like, this is kind of shaped like the one I printed out. Up here, if you can see it, you can see all the different shapes that there were. And I printed out one that you can see more, but it's also in this book. But you can see there's tall and skinny ones, there's stout and fat ones, there's, ones with handles, one without handles. So whatever you want to depict as your ancient Greek vase, it's up to you. Find an image online or you can freehand it. So, well, let me tell you what you need too. So you need some black paint, some dish soap, crayons, paint brushes, scissors, something to etch with. A toothpick works really good, but you could use the end of a paintbrush, or this is a Play-Doh toy. Painter's tape, optional, but it helps. And just a little cup to mix your paint in. So once you have the picture of your vase like this, the next step is to take your crayons and color it in. And it doesn't matter how you color it in, but it's going to show through the black paint that we're going to paint on top. So if you took your blank vase, you could do whatever pattern you wanted. Like I did, like these stripes, but you could do a pattern that looked something like, like this, and then you would just color it in and do that all over until you had something like this. Okay? The next step is to paint it. Now I taped my picture down because I found that if you tape it down with some painter's tape, something that's not going to ruin your paper, it kind of helps keep your paper steady so that it's easier to paint. And to paint it, we're going to take just some black acrylic paint. And you don't need a ton, just a little squirt. And then the secret ingredient, which is dish soap. So why do we have to use dish soap, Miss Lori? Well, the crayon is wax-based. So it just naturally is going to sort of repel anything that you put on top. The dish soap helps negate that. So it helps the paint better adhere to the crayon. So after you have your dish soap in with your black paint, mix it up really good. You're just going to take your paintbrush and just carefully paint over it. So one thing that I found when you're painting over your crayon is try to paint in one stroke. In other words, like I'm starting at the top and I'm just going down. That's one. So what you want to avoid is going like this, because it won't cover the crayon as well, and you can kind of see like the difference between this side and this side. So nice, easy. Load your paintbrush up really good, and just one paint down. Try not to go back and forth over it, and you will end up with something that looks like this. Now, after your vase is all, I'm going to take this off real quick, is all painted, you're going to set it aside for at least 2 hours to make sure that that paint really adheres and is fully dry. If it's not fully dry, you're not going to get a good effect. Okay? So after you paint it, it looks like this. Now is the really fun part. So you can use whatever, this is just like scratch art now. So I found a toothpick works really well, but you could use the end of a not a toothbrush, a paintbrush, or a Play-Doh tool. But from here, you're just gonna scratch off what you want your design to be. I did print off some like kind of classic Greek patterns that were commonly found in ancient Greece art. So they're kind of geometric, and this is just a sample, and you could do whatever you wanted, but this right here is all very representative of what you might find on an ancient Greek vase. So from here, you just take your toothpick or whatever, and look how easy this comes off. Okay, so I'm gonna do this swirly pattern up the side, which is just, and you can see how the paint just comes off very easily, and you can see the pretty colors underneath. Okay, and then this is the completed one. All right, so very fun, and it looks really cool. If you wanted, you could cut this whole thing out, mount it on a colorful piece of paper. You could even frame it. It'd be really pretty on your wall. All right, so the next thing I'm going to show you is a twist on the classic yo-yo, kind of the summertime version of a classic yo-yo. So what does a yo-yo have to do with ancient Greece? Well, the ancient Greeks did not invent the yo-yo, but there was a vase that was found in dated to be about around the 5th century, that depicts a young boy playing a yo-yo. And here is that picture. So you can kind of see, like, here's the boy, see the classic ancient Greek designs, and then really lightly you can see there's a string here and a yo-yo attached. So 5th century is about like 2,500 years ago. Pretty long time ago. Okay, so we're not going to make an actual yo-yo. We're going to make a summertime yo-yo. And all you need, it's so easy, you guys, but so much fun, is a balloon and a rubber band. And all you're going to do, I already have one filled here, is fill your balloon up. So make sure you don't overfill it. So this is a pretty good size. And then we're just going to attach the rubber band to the water balloon. And to do that, okay, we're going to take the rubber band like this and fully wrap it around, loop it through, and then you have a water balloon yo-yo. And you can go outside, you can swing these around, you can have water fights, whatever. Make a ton of them. They're really fun and really easy. All right, so before I go, I, of course, have to let you know that if you are interested in learning any more about ancient Greece, the library has some books. I have some here behind me that you can check out, learn about stuff like the Parthenon and, of course, the Greek gods, the Olympics. Ancient Greece was the home, or is the sort of birthplace of democracy. But I did want to show you just one book because I think it's so cool. And this is Rick Riordan's Greek Gods. So what makes this book special is, if you are familiar with Rick Riordan, he wrote the Percy Jackson series, and this is actually Percy Jackson's Greek Gods. And I love this book because it's written from the point of view of Percy Jackson. So it's like Percy Jackson is telling you all about the Greek gods, and he tells the story of everyone from you know, Zeus to Poseidon, Athena. So very cool. So check it out. We have a couple of these. It's really pretty on the inside. Has some really great illustrations. There's Poseidon. So worth checking out. And that is all I have for you today. So hope you had a good time. Have fun with your water balloon yo-yos. And we'll see you next time. Bye.